everybody. I'm back today to talk to us a little bit about some spaces of wisdom. Before we do that, though, I want us to get a moment of presence. So hopefully you can hear a little bit of music here. Go ahead and settle into a chair wherever you are. Maybe change your gaze so you're not staring at me, and just take a deep breath in. Focus on something or shut your eyes. As you exhale, sink a little deeper into the surface you're sitting on and breathe in. Exhale and feel the weight of your shoulders relax. One more, and it might help you take your hands and place them right above your forehead or center of your forehead and breathe in. Exhale, hold your hands there, let it go. Once more, breathe in. And this time, as you exhale, let your arms fall into your lap or wherever is comfortable. The more we do this type of thing, by the way, the faster it should be that you can drop into that space of presence. So I hope that that is something that might be happening for you. And that's what we're talking about today, the space of presence, because I noticed that, like everyone, as we're looking into reopening, reemerging, moving about the planet, as it has been, we have so much public discourse about this, so many opinions. And, you know, the variety of opinions, that's what makes us a diverse human race. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. But what I really want to encourage is a moment for you to tap into the inner wisdom that our culture doesn't really talk to us about very much. So we're a culture very focused externally on, on a million things, but in this context, we are focused often on getting sources of information externally. So you watch the news, you have social media, we Google everything, we rely on our friends, we hold these opinionated conversations, and we're free to do so, which is an incredible gift. But what we don't hear about as much, and therefore we don't value as much, is the inner wisdom that we all possess. And to tap into that, you have to get quiet, and you have to close down all of the other sources. So here's what I'm inviting us to do. Very quick message today. As you're figuring out what to do next, go ahead and gather your news sources and gather your information, as much or as little as you want. And then I beg of you, turn it off, stop it all at some point, and then take the time to sit with yourself. Go inwards and deepen the breathing, get present, weigh the information, and feel what you feel. Hear what you hear and know what you know is right for you. What is right for you and your family to do next? It could change tomorrow, so you're going to do this every day. You have to get present every day. But this is such a big invitation, this moment in our time, to go inwards and to listen and to develop the bridge that goes from the external to the mental chatter to sinking lower and going into a space where real wisdom lies. Some people call this prayer. Some people call it intuition. Some people call it accessing your higher self, your inner wisdom. There's lots and lots of names for this type of thing. And so whatever you call it and whatever your belief is, the point is the same. At some point, cut the chatter. At some point, get still and quiet enough to hear what's right for you. And just breathe into that space until you sort of have a sense of knowing. It also gives you a deep grounding when our actions come from that inner space. It's like conviction. So that when you go out and about and somebody's doing something differently, your neighbors, for example, or your friends, your kids' friends, and they're all asking why you're not doing the same, gives you that inner grounding. So just a thought to take with you as we start to reemerge. And I'm going to finish it here with a poem or a quote. This is by Mark Nepo, amazing author, in one of his many books. This one's called 7,000 Ways to Listen. And he says, every disturbance, whether resolved or not, is making space for an inner engagement. As a shovel digs up and displaces earth in a way that must seem violent to the earth, an interior space is revealed for the digging. In just this way, when experience opens us, it often feels violent, and the urge, quite naturally, is to refill that opening, to make it the way it was. But every experience excavates a depth which reveals its wisdom once opened to the air. Every experience excavates a depth which reveals its wisdom once opened to the air. So if I take my analogy and his words one step further, if you and I went out and dug a hole in the earth right now and then walked away and never looked at it again, it is exposed, but its wisdom doesn't get revealed to us. So right now the virus came and it was the shovel and it dug us all open. It excavated everything that we knew. If we don't stop and get present and listen in and take those moments to hear the wisdom, then we're just going to rush around and try to fill it all back up and step over the hole and move on. So it's a choice, and there's no judgment with what you do with this, but just an invitation. Have a beautiful, safe, healthy, and present week. We'll see you again.